going on, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Welcome in to another episode here of The Back Nine with myself, Mr. Gogster. This is the golf show, the one and only golf show here on Pub Sports Radio, guys. If you're new to the Pub Sports channel, check them out here, YouTube. They got the Twitters. We got a Discord. Great cappers all around. It's a real fam jam here. So, and not just fam jam. We cashed some tickets, guys, left, right, and center. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Unfortunately, the chat's been a little funky with me the last couple months. So I got my guy Vic, who's running the show here, our Back Nine show. So he'll pop up any of you guys got questions for this CJ Cup. It's the first tournament, guys, we're going to have here that's actually worth betting, you could say. It's not going to be a bunch of Monday qualifiers and whatnot. You know, it's actually going to be some guys that can stripe them. We got a full slate of golfers here on a golf course that if any of you guys are in Vegas and have played this course, let me know. It's the Summits Club here. It's a course that's a par 72 Fazio design. So we can use some Fazio courses we'll be looking at as well. That's a nice course comparison for you. But no one's played this course really other than Morikawa, guys. He's a local here from Vegas, and Morikawa's got a membership here. So this guy definitely has an advantage on this course. It's 7,400 yards on the longer side, definitely not a shorter track. It's pretty much a lush parkland course. If you guys don't know what that means, lush pretty much saying it's thick rough. The rough's not just going to be like a light Bermuda or something like Texas. It's going to be kind of like up north. Which is surprising in the Vegas climate, but definitely a lot of money went into this course. Pretty flat too, not going to be a lot of elevation, so guys are pretty much going to go low. If there's not a lot of courses of knowledge, guys, you got to use your own street knowledge on golf, and just playing a lot of parkland courses up here, you better be in the fairway, because if you get in the rough, especially it's going to be a longer track, 7,400 yards, you're at a disadvantage straight up. You'll want to be in the fairway here, so accuracy is going to be duly noted, as well as putting. This is a bent grass style course, again similar to what we have up here north in Canada, upstate New York, even Minnesota, Michigan, things like that. So this course is going to be the actual record holder is going to be Koepka back in 2018. He went minus 21. So a couple guys have played here, Koepka being one of them, and then Ryan Palmer had the low score, minus 10 in 2018. Shooting a 62. So a couple guys that have played the course. Like we said, Morikawa is a member, so he definitely has an advantage. He doesn't like putting on bent grass, so if he knows this track's definitely it's going to help the guy. We're not fading Morikawa like we have in the past on bent grass, but there's a couple guys we will be fading on bent grass, and we'll be getting right to that. I want to go over last week's Shriners there, guys. We took a bit of a fall, you know. Some weeks we win, some weeks we lose, and we definitely took that one in the old drink hole, as the old stink guy, the old bottom mouth, as Jimmy the Bag would say. A bit of a rough run there last week, but we're moving on, guys. We have a really good feel this week. Aaron Wise, he did really well last week. Putting was 26th on the same bent grass, 16th around the green, 22nd approach, 7th tee to green, and 6th greens in regulation. Really good stats you're going to be looking at for this week. Two more guys. Leishman, his putter was hot. Last 2 weeks, Mark Leishman has been playing quite well. Second in putting, 31st and around the green, 34th approach, 29th tee to green, and 36th greens in regulation. Louis Oosthuizen as well, 11th in around the green, 11th approach, 3rd in tee to green, and 16th in greens in regulation. The only thing that held Louis back, it's his first tournament, guys, since, I think the BMW Championship. So he hadn't played in a while. He was 65th in putting, but historically, guys, if you look at what Louis has been doing, he likes putting up on bent grass style greens. He doesn't usually lose too many strokes, especially last year on the green. So look for Louis. We have him in a couple bets we'll get to near as we kind of go on with the show, guys. We'll start off with our 4-pack coming up shortly here. But yeah, that's pretty much the course here. First time event, similar to Shadow Creek. So that's Shadow Creek, guys, was the course they played last year. We have a couple, I believe we have some course or some stats on that Shadow Creek course, but just from seeing it, it's a lot more elevation at Shadow Creek. This one's going to be a little more flatter. The rough should be a little more of a disadvantage if you're in it. So accuracy is going to be at the forefront. Yeah, it's a limited field too. It's top 60 from last year. And there's also a couple guys that made it on sponsoring exemptions, that being Ricky Fowler, Adam Scott, Gary Woodland, Jason Day, Justin Rose, Kim, and Rasmus Hogard. Those are the 6 guys that made it in on sponsor exemption. So just guys like Ricky, just doing the Rocket Mortgage. I guess they paid for him to get in because he ain't playing good golf. It's a no-cut event as well. Our guy TJ, who you shout out to TJ, I was in the chat this morning on our hockey show. He was saying how Xander and JT love these no-cut events. And one of those guys we're going to be talking about for sure we like. Let's get right to it here, guys. There's not a lot of course knowledge we can go back on. So what I've done is we're breaking down bent grass style courses in the last pretty much year. Top courses, too, where a lot of these guys have played. And that's going to give us a good idea as who's got a better feel around the green. If you're making putts, the rest of your game's coming together, guys. That's just plain and simple. So it all starts on the putting green when it comes to breaking down golf. So I got pretty much all the way up to the top 80-1 golfers. So we got about 50 golfers here. If you guys got any questions in the chat, throw any golfers, any matchup bets. I'll definitely give you guys my insight on that and some stats to go with it. First guy favorite here is going to be Dustin Johnson. DJ does like putting on bent grass. 2 years ago, he went on that crazy run at the Northern Trust, which was bent grass up in Boston, and the BMW Championship where he just ran away with it. So look out for DJ. Only issue, one course is the Memorial. That is a bent grass style course. He was minus 3.5 strokes on the putting surface, and he was cut. And other than that, this guy's probably going to be right there. It's tough for us to fade the top five guys, DJ, JT, Xander, Morikawa, Rory, even Spieth. It's tough to fade either one of those guys in matchups. It's just going to be super close. JT, guys, we don't have JT in our 4-pack. Here's going to be the reason why. JT was 14-1. He's even 16-1 now. If we can see him any shots at 23, 24, 25-1, if he's lurking around that 20 number, guys, we're pulling that trigger. We're whipping it right into shape, baby. Excuse me. JT, I think he's got a hell of a shot. If his putter has been actually doing it's been good. Plus 1.26 strokes at Northern Trust. It was actually minus 0.3 at the BMW, but he was still T22. His ball striking is that good, guys, where even if he's losing strokes, he's still on the putting surfaces. He's still making the cut, and he's still almost breaking the top 20. So JT, don't be surprised if he wins this week. We're hoping he gets off to a slow start. Again, if you see him, guys, around the 20, anything in 20-1 or higher, fire away. I think JT's got a great shot. But yeah, number 3 here is going to be Xander. I do like Xander. Only thing is his putting is last year at the CJ Cup, guys, he was second place. He had a plus 1.83 strokes gained. But looking at what he did at the Northern Trust and the BMW, T49 and T16, and he was 11, 0.4 at the Memorial. Xander's not a guy I want to fade, but he's not a guy exactly I'm going to be putting an outright on. If you guys have Xander, by all means, I think it's a great play. He's just not going to be making our card. Morikawa, this is the issue with Morikawa, guys. His putting is just so up and down. The thing is, it's a course where he has a membership at. If you guys all know your local golf course, you got a membership. You know those greens, you know those breaks, you know where to put the ball, you know where not to put the ball on the green, right? So I think Morikawa definitely is not going to be on the fade list, similar to Xander, but I can't take the guy, especially at 14-1, and just knowing how bad he is on the putting green, especially bent grass. It's going to be a stay away. But again, Morikawa, don't be surprised if he's right there. This guy is going to make the list here. Starting off with our 4-pack special here, guys. He's already went down to 18-1 at 365. We got him at 22-1. That's Rory McIlroy. Rory's lighting it up right now. He is absolutely lighting it up. Plus 0.97 strokes at Northern Trust. That finished in T43. His ball striking was a little bit off, but again, he's figured out his new putting stroke, his new putting stance, and he really likes it. Not so much stance, guys, but new putter. He's went back to an old school one. Following week at the BMW, this was only a month ago, he was plus 1.33 strokes, 4th place, nearly won the thing. Going back to the Memorial, a tough course, he was plus 0.9 strokes gained on the putting surface, T18. And then looking at the CJ Cup last year, where if you ask me, he's in even better form than he was last year at the CJ Cup. He was plus 0.54 strokes and T21. So Rory McIlroy, the money's coming in on him. I can see why. He's definitely making the list here. Rory's going to be I just think he's got a hell of a shot, guys. Take advantage of his distance. If the driver's not straight, could be like anyone. He could be in a little bit of trouble, but when he has the opportunities on the green, you're going to have guys that are making putts or at least are gaining strokes, like we just talked about. Northern Trust, BMW, Memorial, CJ Cup, AT&T, Byron Nelson's another one, but not a lot of these top guys play that course. Rory McIlroy, guys, put him in your 6-pack or 4-pack this week. He's going to start it off. Great shot. All right, guys. We're going to keep talking about the golfers. We'll come up to our next one. Jordan Spieth, though, minus 0.4 strokes at the Northern Trust, 73rd. He's just kind of, the wheels are kind of falling off for Jordan. If you guys saw obviously you guys watched the Ryder Cup, right? He wasn't his best. Definitely missed a lot of couple 5-footers. That's just not a good sign if you're a Jordan Spieth fan. He was plus 0.38 strokes at the BMW T34 Memorial dating back to May of last year, plus 0.57. He had a good run. If you go all the way back to January of last year till almost June, Jordan Spieth was on a tear, even at the Open actually. But going forward now, he seems to have kind of slowed down a bit. I'm not going to be betting Jordan Spieth, that's for sure. I would be a little bit careful with this guy. Got to see his putter starting to get hot, and if his driver's a little wayward, he's going to struggle this week. Next guy on the list here is Louis Oosthuizen. We got Louis in a couple top 20s and whatnot. We'll get to that later on there, Vic. Don't worry about that. We'll get to that in a bit. But Louis Oosthuizen here, guys, he's first tournament back. We were kind of talking about hot players from the Shriners. He was T14 and he was minus 0.41 strokes on the putting surface. That just means this guy was just lights out. Every other part of his game was money to be T14 and minus 0.4 strokes on the putting surface. So Louis, historically, he's gained stroke at the Memorial. He gained stroke last year, 0.47, T48, and then T18 at the Memorial last year, plus 1.00 strokes. Louis Oosthuizen, I think he's got a great shot here. We don't have him on the card to win. If you guys want to have him at 25-1, I wouldn't shy off that one. But Louis Oosthuizen, guys, I think he's got a good shot here. We're going to get to him in a little bit on our matchup bets. MT13, what's going on, my dude? I'm watching Joachim Niemann, Louis Oosthuizen. That's it. Great minds think alike. And Alexander Schauffele. Yeah, we talked about Alexander earlier. Alexander, I think, has got a great shot too. Just his recent, ever since that Olympic win, he's playing solid golf. But if you watch Alexander before the Olympics, he was trying to get that win real bad. Now that he's got it, I'm not saying he doesn't want to win, but I think he'll be there. I don't know if he's going to win. That's the only thing. A guy like Louis, we all know Louis, how he got those second places. He's going to be winning this year. I would almost, we're going to be putting money on it starting. We did last week, and we might even have him on the Friday show, guys. Check out the Friday show, 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll have an updated idea of the course, and we'll also add some outrights, 30, 40 to ones, hopefully, and some matchup bets for you. So hopefully we can get Louis at a nice number if he's having a good tournament. Next guy here, Hovland's going to be on the fade list. Hovland, we're going to be fading him. He's just not a good putter on bent grass greens. Yeah, he's a hell of a ball striker. This is a pretty ballsy play too. If you guys who like Hovland or at least know golf, this guy's been money, especially at the Ryder Cup. He was a heck of a player. But his putting, only place he gained strokes was actually last year. He was T12 plus 0.28 strokes on the putting surface. T47 at the Memorial, T17 BMW, T43 at the Northern Trust. And also it's in Vegas. I'm sorry, but I think this guy's just going to – I don't see him having a good time on the putting greens, and he's on the fade list, Victor Hovland. Scotty Scheffler, another guy we're fading. Everyone loves Scotty Scheffler, but we've been making money fading this guy on bent grass style greens. He was minus 0.62 strokes, guys, at the CJ Cup, minus 0.63 at the Northern Trust. Minus 0.47 at the AT&T, T47, T43, T52. His best was at the Memorial. He was plus 0.9. That almost, kicked. It's like they say in horse racing, scratch that. It's like an anomaly, right? I don't think that's the true Scotty Scheffler. He doesn't like putting on these style of greens. He's been playing a lot of golf as well. We're going to be fading him this week at the CJ Cup. There's a lot of golfers here, guys. I don't want to go on too much more. I still haven't even got to my the rest of my picks. So let's get right to the next guy. It's going to be Cameron Smith. This is the guy I want you guys betting on. Cameron Smith. He Northern Trust plus 1.17 units on the putting surfaces. He finished second place too at the Northern Trust. That's money in the bank, in my opinion. T34, and he didn't gain any strokes. He was minus 0.05. In my opinion, if he just gets that putter rolling just a little bit, this guy could win. Another guy who didn't win last year but was just chomping at the bit. Those are the guys you want to be backing. Guys, in my opinion, that haven't won or that are good enough to win, like Justin Thomas, who hasn't won in a while, Cameron Smith, Rory. Yeah, absolutely. And not to mention, guys, Cameron Smith, sorry, it's been coffee's not kicking in. It's taking a little while. Anyways, Cameron Smith, the CJ Cup last year too, plus 1.09 strokes on the putting surfaces, 11th. That was at Shadow Creek here in Vegas. This is a different Vegas course, but I think Cameron Smith, he's got a hell of a shot. He's definitely making the 4-pack this week. 33-1, the Aussie down low, mate. He's actually 35-1 now. You can get a Bet365. I'm really surprised at that. He's definitely making the list. One more fade guy for you guys, Casey. This guy's another guy. He can't putt on bent grass. Minus 1.49 at the Northern Trust last year, or just a couple months ago. Minus 0.76 last year at this event, and then minus 1.18 last week on bent grass. This guy needs to fire his coach, or Johnny Longsocks needs to start putting for this guy. Casey's really struggling. He's going to be on the fade list. If you can fade him in a matchup bet, I would recommend it. Next guy here, another fade's going to be Matsuyama. Just doesn't like putting for the most part on bent grass. Yeah, he did win the Masters, but minus 0.7 at the BMW, minus 2.29 at the Memorial, minus 0.49 last week. He's not a guy to, in my opinion, that's going to get it done. A guy that will get it done, that's going to make the number 3 on the 4-pack here, is going to be Shane Lowry. Shane Lowry, Ryder Cup. This guy was just a beast. The Irish Bear. He was just a real beauty out there. Northern Trust, he was T11 minus 0.09 strokes on the putting surfaces, just like Louis Oosthuizen. That's a heck of a T11, guys, and he was minus 0.09. So this guy gets the putter roll in just a bit. He could be right there. T26 at the BMW. He's playing really good golf right now. 0.45 strokes gained. Memorial T6, 0.68 stroke gained. And then last year at this event, plus 0.3 T28. Shane Lowry, don't be surprised if this guy wins this week. I think he's got a heck of a shot. Likes putting on, not so much likes putting on bent grass, but if he just gets that putter rolling a little bit, which he has in the past, he very well could win this from his ball striking. Next guy on the list here is going to be number 4. It's going to be Alex Noren. I haven't had Alex Noren, I think, ever in our 6-packs or 4-packs, whatever. So we're giving out here. But this week, he just stood out like a sore thumb, as they say. Listen to this, guys. At the Northern Trust, 2.30 strokes gained on the putting surface. He was T4. The following week on another bent grass style green, same greens, all these courses, these numbers I'm giving you guys are on the same putting surfaces we're dealing with this week. Noren was plus 1.24 T9 the following week. Even going back to the Memorial, he was T13 plus 0.98 strokes. The Byron Nelson, he was plus 0.93 T12. T21. And then actually, surprisingly, at the CJ Cup, he was minus 0.72, 76. But the way he's golfing, the way the guy's trending, you can take out what happened last year, in my opinion. Yeah, it happened, right? But if he's doing what he's doing at those courses, like at the Northern Trust, the Memorial, he should have no troubles here at the Summit Club. Alex Noren, great number, guys. Swedish player, 66-1. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. That's going to be all the that's going to be all the 4-pack players for this week. We're going to have a first-round leader bets for you guys. Moving on to the first-round leaders, it's going to be all the 4 players we had there, and we're going to add a couple more. First is going to be Rory McIlroy, 22-1. Starts hot, really hot golfer to start off the. He just likes starting off hot, guys. Not a guy I would want to exactly be betting against, especially after that Ryder Cup. Look for Rory and the way he putts on bent grass. I like this guy a lot. Cameron Smith as well, 28-1. He's done it before. He went, I believe, 10 or 11 or 9 or 8 or 9 under in a tournament. He led like by 2 or 3 strokes. I think he can do it again here. Hasn't played in a while. Vegas Limelight. Look for Cameron Smith, my guy, to lead here. I like that 28-1 number. Harris English. Harris does like putting. Let me get to Harris here. We didn't get to Harris. Harris does like putting on these types of greens as well. He was plus 1.22 at the Northern Trust, T31. BMW plus 0.37. Last year at the CJ Cup, plus 1.20. He was in 10th place. So just to get this guy first round leader, he could start off hot. Yeah, putting 4 rounds together might be tough for Harris, but he had 2 wins last year, on the PGA Tour. So this guy's definitely playing solid golf. He was playing good enough in the last couple of weeks of the 2021 campaign. So Harris English, guys, first round leader, sneaky 33-1. We like that one as well. Shane Lowry, we're talking a lot about Shane Lowry, guys. This guy's just, you can't sleep on him. The Irish Bear, looking for him to come out hot. One guy we haven't talked about here is going to be Aaron Wise. We briefly talked about him on the beginning of the show about how hot he was at the Shriners. Aaron Wise here, guys, he was minus 0.3 strokes at the Northern Trust, but he was T21. So get the putter going a bit. The guy's a heck of a ball striker. It's pretty much by the numbers right there. 0.85 strokes at the BMW Championship, T17. That's another great number for him. T9 at the Memorial, plus 0.69 strokes. T55 plus 0.53 at the Byron Nelson. And last week, this is the one I really like. He was plus 0.52, and he was T8. So just get that putter rolling for Aaron Wise. A first-round leader is why we really like him, because he's done it in the past, especially big tournaments. I believe it was the PGA Championship. He was leading at the end of the first round. So look out for Aaron Wise, 35-1. Sneaky, good player early. Last one here is going to be, what do we got there? 2, 4. Yeah, we got 5. We got one more here. It's going to be Alex Noren. He's going to close it out. Talked a lot about Alex Noren, guys. His putter is probably the hottest putter out of any of these guys on Bentgrass from our course comparisons in the last 3 months. So look out for Alex Noren. He gets hot with that putter. He could just run away with it early. And 40-1. Let's jump on that now. Moving on to our top 20s here, guys. Top 20s, we have 2, 4. I can't even count right now. 7 of them. 2, 4, 6. Holy jeez, limelight or something, right? Anyways, Rory McIlroy minus 113. He's definitely making the top 20 list. No cut event. Guys like that, you want to be taking people that can go really low, in my opinion, and Rory McIlroy can do that. Cameron Smith, guys, plus 115. Shane Lowry, plus 145. Alex Noren, plus 180. Louis Oosthuizen's also going to make the cut here, minus 105. Just his ball striking has been just too good not to take him when he gets that putter rolling. Look out for Louis. Aaron Wise as well. I expect him to be in the mix there at plus 170 as well. Matchup bets now. You can throw up those matchup bets there, my guy. We have matchup bets here for you guys. 5 of them for 72 holes. We're going to start off with Noren over McNeely. Maverick McNeely here. He was putting. He was played actually, as you guys know, pretty good at the Sanderson Farms, but didn't follow it up too well at a course where it was on bent grass last week at the Shriners. He was minus 1.07 strokes, and he didn't even make the cut. Up and down player. We're going to actually be fading him against Alex Noren at plus 103. No brainer. We really fished around for these ones. So what's going on, Nick Schnizzle, my guy? I really appreciate you tuning in. Stayed off golf after Ryder Cup. Yeah, very smart move. The Sanderson Farms wasn't that bad, but the Shriners last week, I hope the children, we donated to the Children's Hospital. That's for sure. We didn't make much money. Well, our local bookie did, actually. But anyways, Noren over McNeely. We really like that one. Smith over Matsuyama. This is our favorite matchup bet of the whole tournament, guys. 2 units on this one. Matsuyama just is not putting well at all. T43, T46 at events, T62, T39. He hasn't even cracked the top 20 in our 5 course comparisons, where Smith, he's been he's been second place at the Northern Trust, plus 1.17 units. And then last year at this event, he was plus 1.09 strokes on the putting surfaces, 11th. So that line actually moved right as I bet it. Minus 110 went up to minus 114. That's at Pinnacle. Also, Cameron Smith over Scheffler, another guy who's just not putting well on these courses. He is finishing a little bit. He's finished 3rd place at the Memorial, but T43, T47, T52 and cut. So we don't like this guy at these type of greens or this type of course. Cameron Smith, on the other hand, we like that 35-1 on our guy there. 1 unit on that, plus 102, another great number, guys. You always want to be taking, in my opinion, matchup bets that are no more than minus 126. I think is our biggest one we're going to get to just next, but that's about the cap there, minus 125. Just because if you lose that one, the juice is going to get you on your other ones if you win, right? So Peter pays Paul, as my guy Cam Stewart likes to say. Shout out to Cam Stewart, who was on last week. Let's close up this one, though, guys. Louis Oosthuizen is going to be minus 126 over Brooks Koepka. Koepka's another fade player here. T31, T22, losing strokes on the putting surface. He was cut at the AT&T. T28, T67 last week. Just not playing Brooks Koepka golf. Take Louis Oosthuizen. Love that play, minus 126. Last one is going to be Shane Lowry. Shane Lowry over Hatton, plus 104. Shane's just playing much better golf. If you guys watched the Ryder Cup, you would have noticed how Shane was carrying that team when it was the matchup bets on, Sunday. So I like Lowry a lot there over Hatton, plus 104. Can't say no to that one. 5 more bets here, guys. We're loaded with action. First round first round 3-ball bets. So you can find these bets at 365. Aaron Wise over Vegas and Hughes, plus 130. Alex Noren over Streelman and J.H. Lee, who's dead last in this event. I think he's like 1,000,000 to 1. So it's pretty much just Noren versus Streelman there. That's at plus 135. Lowry, plus 150, first round matchup. 3-ball matchup over Leishman and Sink. That's at plus 150. Answer over Homa and Kang. I think Answer bounces back this week, guys. Had a bit of an off week last week. Plus 130. And last one here is going to be Louis Oosthuizen. Old Louis. He's going to be going up against Spieth and Koepka. Spieth, again, I think he's not playing the greatest of golf right now. Same with Koepka. Plus 170 on that one, guys. That's going to be the first round 3-ball matchups. What's going on, Puzzer? Thanks for tuning in, brother. We just did a recap on our picks there. I'll tweet out all the action. Show me the money. That's right. Show me the money. That's it. Real Deal Prime. What's going on, brother? Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Sharpie, let's go. What's going on, brother? How do you fuck with your eyes open? Yeah, I'm on Morikawa. Plus 14 to 1 pretty much there. And Koepka should not be 30 to 1. I'm on. Yeah, I can see why, though, Shar. He's just not playing the greatest of golf, but it's like a stock, right? You're definitely getting the stock value on Koepka right now. But I just can't take him. I need to see a little more out of the guy. But yeah, Morikawa 14 to 1. He if he's gonna putt well, it's gonna be here. If it's not here, Morikawa, I like to see in the streets. But no, I'm just kidding, Morikawa. You're probably a good guy. I don't want to. You probably got good lawyers, so I'd be in deep trouble. Anyways, guys, thank you for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. The Back Nine with myself, Mr. Gogster. Shout out to Pub Sports Radio. If you haven't already, guys, tune in every day, pretty much every day of the week. They got shows on here, YouTube, Twitter. They tweet out the action there. And Discord, that's where we got picks as well. And we just have a whole crew of cappers, including Sharpie, Maxwell Smart, you name it. Everyone in the chat, Schnizzle. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. I got to run. We got a lot of shit going on today. But I'll tweet out my action. Ego47_ where are we? Just, anyways, down below, over there. Yeah, right there. Ego47_ check me out. I'll tweet out my full card for this week's CJ Cup, and we'll be back Friday for an update on a couple more outrights and matchup bets for y'all. Get that cash. Enjoy your Wednesday, guys. Leche. Elos, bookmakers.